Today we will be learning about a type of social media that focuses on community and education first. This application is called Schoology. Schoology is a way to bring connected learners together in a building, a district, a state, or even beyond. The great thing is that you have the ability to create your online community to include whoever you want, whether that is students or fellow teachers. We will discuss this a bit more later, but know that it's a great way to bring connected learners together. We often hear the term connected learner. While this has been quite the buzzword with the rapid advancement of online learning, it is much more than just a buzzword. According to EdTech Review, the connected learner develops networks and co-constructs knowledge from wherever they live. They further go on to say that these are online collaborative learners that are a part of a larger digital community, social medias, and they use conversation and interactions to fuel what they bring back to in-person learning with colleagues and students. For my digital learning community, I chose the application Schoology. This is actually an online learning management system, sometimes abbreviated to LMS. This is a great LMS because it can serve many different purposes. For the purposes of my learning community, we will be looking at a community of teachers in an elementary school setting from grades K to 3. This community of teachers ranges from first-year teachers to teachers within 3 years of retirement. This group of teachers also ranges in technological ability, with some serving as tech team members to assist others, and some with a limited understanding of technology. Schoology is a great tool because it is very simple to use and it is a very user-friendly platform for all levels of skill when it comes to digital learning communities. It is a social media platform that acts as a closed group of users, accessible by inviting those who are to participate in the group. Let's talk a little bit more about why this platform works. I chose Schoology as my digital learning tool because I feel that it is truly a social media learning experience. It has a very familiar look to two very popular social media platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn. But what sets it apart is that it also has much more to offer beyond that. It primarily acts as a discussion board first and foremost, so it thrives on collaboration and communication among users. Any user has the ability to create posts that can include text, files, URL links, pictures, or videos. Any users can then comment and respond on this post. This could serve as a way to deliver information to everyone or to encourage discussion in a group setting within one building of teachers. Beyond using Schoology for a building of teachers, it can also connect users that have no ability to interact in person. This would be a great LMS for an online classroom or perhaps among all teachers in a large school district. This would be a great way to facilitate discussions, interact with those outside your usual circle, or share resources with other professionals in a similar setting. The great thing is that anyone can ask a question and get answers from those professionals in their group. Whether this is a direct question related to the classroom or simply thoughts on an interesting resource or article, Schoology is a great platform to do it all. Here's a little bit more about the platform itself and how it operates. As previously mentioned, Schoology is a great platform that puts social interaction and discussion first above all else. It enables users to share resources and post comments or questions with other professionals in their groups. This alone is a great way to build a connected community. However, Schoology also has a lot more to offer within its platform. Rather than just a discussion board, think of this as a true LMS. What you see pictured is an example of what a small piece of a Schoology page might look like. It allows users to create different tabs of resources. If you were setting up a Schoology for a building of teachers, this might include school-wide resources such as a handbook, data collection sheets, or clerical paperwork. It could also be a place to share resources like common assessments that the building uses, articles that might be beneficial, or even resources that the teachers can share like activities or worksheets. It can also be a good place to contain trainings that most teachers have to do yearly, like a fire safety training, for example. With all of these available and easy-to-use options, it is possible that Schoology can contain everything you are already doing in one simple platform. This is a great way to engage a community of learners, as there can be something for each and every teacher to have a reason to keep returning to the platform. I want to talk a little bit more about that now. With all of the great features that Schoology has to offer, I would want to first begin by keeping it simple. I would pose a weekly or bi-weekly discussion topic. This might even be paired with a short article that teachers could respond to. I would ask questions to begin a genuine discussion among teachers, hear their opinions and responses on any topic. I would compare this to a discussion board like you might use in an online classroom setting, combined with something like an EdTech blog. I would want to make sure that this was something that doesn't take up too much time for teachers, as it would be something outside of their normal workload. I also would want to make sure that there was something that teachers would find interesting or useful. If I can start the use of Schoology at a high interest or usefulness level for teachers, the buy-in for the platform would ideally be much higher. From here, I could start incorporating some of the other features that Schoology can offer, such as having teachers complete trainings they already have to do, but now housed within Schoology. This gives teachers 2 separate reasons to come back and use the platform. My whole goal is to make coming to the platform like second nature. I feel that by doing this, we can truly create a connected learning community that is bought into the platform and utilizes the many features it offers. It provides them a space to share thoughts and opinions, but also find and share exciting resources to use in the classroom. Once teachers start using more and more of the features built into Schoology, in my mind, it would become their go-to place to check for something before going elsewhere. My purpose for this platform is that it makes the workload for its users more manageable and gives them a place to bring things back to their classroom eager to use. With this being a place to share resources, interesting articles, and discussions on current events or trends in education, and a place to interact with other professionals, I think people would settle in quite quickly to the platform. It is truly a very simple platform to use, and provided there are reasons to keep the users coming back, they will only get more familiar with it the more they use it. To assist them in making the initial move, as an admin, I could provide resources and videos on how to navigate through it, make posts, and access many of the features I've mentioned about it. By making the Schoology page the new home to many of the things we use in school every day, creating discussion topics, and fostering interactions, the hope is that it becomes a staple of the teacher's everyday routine. But even with being an everyday staple, I don't want it to be just that. I want this to be something that teachers feel like they want to use, not just that they have to. At first, I'm sure that it would be something that an admin would have to facilitate, but as teachers get more comfortable with posting and discussing, I would invite them to pose their own articles or discussion topics. Ideally, it would be great to have a different teacher pose a topic every week. When you have an entire building of teachers connected online, that almost covers an entire school year of sharing ideas, resources, and opinions on topics that have been curated by the community themselves. This will be a great way to make sure that the digital learning community remains in use within the building. With every digital platform, there are always going to be barriers, and one of the major barriers that will likely remain when trying to foster genuine discussion, there is no way to force teachers to do it. Forcing them to post and share really defeats the purpose in the first place, but this would be asking them to participate in something that is outside their contract. As I'm sure we all know, for some, that is just asking too much, and there's really no way to get around that. My only hope is that they would find the platform beneficial, that they want to participate. But for this barrier we can't overcome, there are some minor barriers that we can. There will be teachers that are simply not familiar with technology or even the idea of a digital learning environment in general. But we can work through this by being accommodating and asking realistic expectations for all teachers on the platform. We can also provide many resources as necessary, like checklists, articles, or videos to help them get familiar and feel comfortable with the platform. My hope is that by addressing this minor barrier, it can actually chip away at the major barrier as well. By making this an inviting and accommodating environment, I hope that all teachers will find it helpful and it makes their lives as teachers easier. If I'm able to do this, I believe that this platform can truly make a lasting impact in a building and be something that teachers are excited and appreciative of using for years to come. For more reading, please check some of my references. Thank you.